What happened to me? Well, Nicola Bulley knows, and Willow knows. But nobody else truly knows what happened to Nicola Bulley that we know of. It really makes me sad when I see this picture that Nicola Bulley had of Willow at the river wire. And she says, "I love walking along there. Two gorgeous swans were present yesterday." When you look at the beautiful blue sky and Willow playing in the water, you know that Nikki will never have those days anymore, and neither will Willow. It's sad. It's really sad just thinking about it. You know, this was September 2nd of 2022 that Nikki took this picture of Willow in the water at the river wire. It looks like such a gorgeous day. And those days Nikki will never have. The inquest, as we know, to most of us, turned out to be quite the farce. It was a very lopsided inquest. An inquest that would only lead to one answer to the coroner. And in this day and age, I would like to think that there's always two sides to a coin. But in this particular case with Nicola Bulley, there seemed to be only one side. And that one side seemed to be the Lancashire police narrative that they wanted to push, and those are the people that they had to explain what possibly could have happened to Nicola Bulley. I know many of us are upset, including myself. I'm extremely upset on the fact that they deemed it an accident when there was truly no proof exactly what happened to Nicola Bulley. They can surmise it was an accident, but to leave the inquest that they deemed it as an accident, and they didn't have anyone from the outside to even second guess or give information to why that would not be plausible, someone like Peter Falding, I just find absolutely horrific to Nicola Bulley's justice. And it's not to say that Nicola Bulley didn't have an accident and potentially hurt herself and rendered herself unconscious. But that's not the narrative that they pushed. They pushed the narrative on Nicola Bulley as if she was deep into the water, virtually chest high. And that's just not the truth. If somebody were to fall in this water, as you can see, as the searcher, the diver, is about to go down and show, again, this is the ledge. If Nicola Bulley did go in at this spot,
Jeremy, she's not in the river. The river was less than 2 feet deep on the day. If Nicola had gone down that bank, she would have landed on rocks. She would have to have been pushed from behind extremely hard to launch herself into the deep water. And the police divers searched it thoroughly that day. And that's what convinces me that Nicola is not in the river. I believe that the phone and the harness is a decoy. And that's what I'm coming to now. We've never seen nothing like this. I mean, normally, again, categorise this as a person in the water. It should have been a general missing person. The surrounding land should have been searched thoroughly, straight away, and there needs to be a lot more done. I think this is a bit of a PR disaster. They leave it open, and agree with Simon. The land has got to be searched now.
this is what Nicola Bulley would have been facing. That is nowhere chest deep, by no means. So how did they come to the conclusion that they did? By cold water shock, that someone in 10 seconds is going to basically lose their life. It seems incomprehensible to believe that that's the scenario. But that's the scenario that Lancashire police and their expert pushed on the coroner. So, what else was he supposed to conclude? I would have liked to have thought, though, that the coroner would have liked to have heard multiple sides and then draw his conclusion. That would seem fair. But that's not what happened. It was an absolute one-sided event from the Lancashire police. Okay, so I want you to pay attention here as I'm going to show you as this diver is about to enter the water. So right now he is talking about how, there's the rock ledge there and it goes down basically vertically to about 4 meters in depth. And 4 meters is, of course, about 13 feet. Okay, so now let me show you what 13 feet would look like in the water. So picture this, of course, the river wire and the very bottom of the pool to the top, right? Which basically that equates to 2 men that are 6 feet tall, basically. Okay, so that's how 13 feet would look if you were at the bottom and then looking towards the top of the water. So that's just to give you some perspective.
Jeremy, she's not in the river. The river was less than 2 feet deep on the day. If Nicola had gone down that bank, she would have landed on...
Exactly, Peter. She would have landed on rocks. So let me give you an example about how tall 2 feet is, just again to give you a feel for what 2 feet would look like if you were in water. So all these things equate to 2 feet. This lady is 2 feet in some rain. There's a picket fence that's 2 feet, which would be your kneecap area, and the coffee table, which is 2 feet, which is 24 inches tall. That would equate to the 2 feet that Peter Falding is talking about. Now, let's listen to the next part that Peter Falding had said.
Rocks. She would have to have been pushed from behind extremely hard to launch herself into the deep water, and the police divers searched it thoroughly that day.
Thoroughly pushed in the water. And that's exactly the way that the divers had made it seem like. That this was an accident, but yet somehow she launched herself past the rocks and into the deeper water. How? Okay, so let's just think about the logical things that could have happened here. Yes, obviously Nicola Bulley could have tripped over her dog leash or the harness or something. Obviously the ground did not look like this. It was more of the harder winter ground look. And, so as the guy goes down here, and say Nicola, there is a steep incline, granted. But remember, it's not like she's slipping on grass. It's basically the dried up grass, and it's the, kind of like mud, if anything. But Nicola Bulley, there was no marks left, they said. So if we look at this here, right, again, if Nicola Bulley even gets close to this here, as we see the guy walking forward, then Nicola should have just literally landed right in there, right? Not that she, say, launched herself way out into the water. So that part just doesn't make sense. I mean, the typical scenarios, you guys, of what's going to happen is that she's going to either slide on her butt, right? She's going to trip, fall backwards, slide down. She's going to propel herself forward because she's tripping forward, in which case, again, she would just literally, land right in that water section there. That's pretty much what's going to happen, or else she's going to fall, turn herself around, grab onto the, ground, and underneath her fingernail should have been some dirt or something, as if she's clutching for her life. But again, there's nothing to show that, and nothing to support anything, to be honest with you, besides a dog, a phone, and a harness. Okay, you guys. to the left, right there, that's where the lady in red was seen. And to the right side, that's where the lady with the pram in the yellow jacket and the pram was seen. This is, of course, Allotment Lane.
Man in black? Really? Come on.
So this is, of course, Chris Substack, and thank you, Ellie, for sending this. And he's basically, obviously has done a video here talking about the Men in Black. Remember how it was that it was seen, and then, I don't know, something about a white van or something like that. Anyways, so this is Chris Substack basically showing you Allotment Lane and, like, what Men in Black, what vehicle parked where, what...
White van. Now where'd it go? Huh. Just open this gate and... How ridiculous is it to consider a white van here? Or if we prefer, here, or white van. Now this would imply someone knows something they're not telling us. No one wanted to talk about the white van.
Okay, you guys, whatever part of this video that you want to discuss in the comment section of this video, do you think that we should just lay it to rest now? Do you still want to keep talking about it? Does the Men in Black make sense to you from what Just Stuff said? What about Chris Substack's video on Allotment Lane there? And again, the guy in black that was obviously seen, would have been seen coming from Allotment Lane. But then the guy in Just Stuff was talking about where he seen him coming from Allotment Lane as well. Doesn't matter, like the depth of the water, Nicola Bulley falling in there. Whatever you want to discuss, put it in the comment section of this video. Thank you guys for your love and support. Don't forget to check out the merch on the fourth wall. If anyone's still interested in the Nicola Bulley mug. Again, there was a few that I forgot to unhide that I had hidden. So check it out if you want. Again, there's one with a calendar on it in Nicola Bulley for 2024 that someone had kind of asked for a calendar, but I couldn't do calendars because they don't do calendars. But anyways, I'll put everything is in the link of the description of this video. Okay, guys, go check it out. You guys have a great day and God bless. Everything, of course, you guys, is in loving memory of Nicola Bulley, regardless of anything.